Jolly good.
Use your outside voices.
In accordance with the requirements of the open meeting law, please be advised that this meeting of the Public Access Cable Committee is being recorded and will be uploaded to the Lunenburg Access YouTube after the meeting. This meeting is being held in person at the location provided in this notice. Members of the public are welcome to attend this in-person meeting. Please note that while an option for remote attendance and/or participation is being provided as a courtesy to the public, the meeting will not be suspended or terminated if technological problems interrupt the virtual broadcast unless otherwise required by law. Members of the public with particular interest in any specific item on this agenda should make plans for in-person rather than virtual attendance accordingly. Zoom meeting information is in the notice. The agenda lists all the topics which may be discussed at the meeting and are those reasonably anticipated by the chair. Votes may be taken as a result of these discussions. Not all items may in fact be discussed, and other items not listed may also be brought up for discussion to the extent permitted by the open meeting law. So, going to the agenda, we can do a roll call. Pete Lincoln sent me an email saying he had a conflict for this evening, so Pete Lincoln is not here. I also got a message from Paul Sarafas, who will not be here. However, Steve, are you here?
Yes.
And Faith, you're here.
Yes.
And I'm here, and as our committee size is 5, 3 is a quorum, so we are a quorum. Are there any public comments? Whichever way you want to do it.
I do have a question for Joe. Joe McLaughlin told, was there a hyphen?
There's no more McLaughlin. It's
Okay.
just Joe Toll.
But that's what you were when minutes were taken.
Yes.
Yeah, but I didn't change over yet,
Okay.
but changed over completely to Toll now.
That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Because he was doing the tennis.
Yeah.
So you said that people have contacted you to?
Yeah, well,
Or
I was
they've
waiting for the
commented?
comment.
Oh,
Well,
well, it's public
yeah.
comments.
Well, Steve's doing them, so it really doesn't matter a huge
No.
amount, all comments. So given that I'm hearing no public comments, a chance there are some committee comments.
Yes. Several people wanted to relate to you, Joe, and your staff that you did a wonderful job at the Oktoberfest. They watched the video and they thought it was well done, well videoed and put together.
Great.
And they want to thank you for service Pacc does. And they did mention that some of them say that they also watch the meetings. Very helpful. So I wanted you to know that.
Great. I will let Dan and Kayla know. They
Yeah.
recorded it.
Any further committee comments?
Yes,
Oh,
that's, I don't know if it's official or not, but anyway, you know that spiel that you read in the beginning of the,
yes.
well, I don't have a copy of that, and I was panicking the last meeting that I wouldn't, as co-chair.
Good point.
So,
Well, an even better point is, who is vice chair?
Faith.
Me,
Not Pete.
no,
Oh, I
think we
better
have-
change that on the meeting notice.
I think
we had the elections,
we did, and I thought you ended up as vice chair.
yes,
I checked the
Again.
minutes and it wasn't in specifically that way. And then another set of minutes came out where it said that Pete was,
Yep, I look at today's notice of meeting and I did not change that one. I did change.
I thought, let's see,
Nope, I did not change it. So I made a note here to change meeting notice. Faith. And I did change it in something.
you did, because
Okay. So there is no
But I didn't
longer.
change
a
it in
confusion.
everything.
Okay.
So that was the.
No longer a confusion. that's all.
Okay, so if you could just, email me.
Yeah.
And I'll keep it in my phone so that if this happens again.
Yeah. Otherwise, if you ask Jo nicely, she'll take an old meeting and just edit me into.
We don't edit meetings.
The ghost.
This is true.
Yeah.
But that would be kind of hard. So, yeah, we could actually
Good job. Thanks.
create the whole meeting from nothing, basically.
Yeah.
None of us shows up
Yeah,
and
and
Jo
we
puts
just.
the whole thing together, gives herself a raise.
That would be 1984.
Yeah.
Changing history, right? Meanwhile, back at the
Really?
ranch.
Okay.
Hearing no other committee comments. Under communications, there's a point made in the email that I got from Pete Lincoln. Which I will make for the record that Talking Baseball is airing its 75th consecutive show. An unbroken scheme, it's a knitting term.
Yeah.
An unbroken whatever of 9 years. That's remarkable
Wow,
for an
that is.
original cable program, and I have to absolutely agree with it. So if that would appear magically in the minutes, I would, as Pete would appreciate it. I
Very
think the whole
nice. And, you know, it also shows a good commitment.
Yep.
And, you know, Pete also has a commitment to the storybook reading too, so we're very grateful to have a committed member, even though he wasn't committed enough to. I'm just making a joke, sorry.
Some people did mention that I should be committed, but that's another.
Another kind of
It's
commitment.
interesting. You were here. And I said you were going to the other meeting.
Yes. Okay. I guess it would come under communications. I take Comcast cable. I got a list of channels from the 3rd of October. And it does not include channel 99. This is 2 double-sided pages of different programs. And I have to expect I'm the only person in all of Lunenburg who actually looks at it.
Mm.
But it has 8, 9, 22 and 1070. Being the 2nd tomorrow morning, I check and see what, if anything, they have done. I was going to try calling them, but I knew that would be an exercise in futility, and not be the smartest use of my time. So just for the record, we may have a problem, but we will check. By the way, there's a listing for Maynard. Head end, as far as I know, is in Leamington.
Sterling.
Sterling, the head end's in Sterling?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Thought it was in Leominster.
Well, they're
That's
right
my
next to each
GPS.
other, so.
Yes, right. Okay. Back at the ranch. Review and approve meeting minutes from 8/21. It should be
Probably.
in the record that as the meeting had not been properly posted for September, we didn't have a meeting in
It
September.
was properly posted, right? I had it posted.
It wasn't on the town calendar.
Okay, but I sent it before I went to Canada.
Oh, I'm sure.
I
wasn't-
sent it and I got a confirmation. Yep, got it.
Yeah, but if it's not on the town calendar. People
It should have been
don't-
on the bulletin.
Yeah, but people don't have a way to get the Zoom link if they need.
Oh, that's true.
As a consequence, we had to
Okay.
cancel the meeting.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
That's
Well-
all right, I was very relieved.
Yeah, but it's, I hope it doesn't become an issue, so I trusted that you would send everything in, because you're good at that.
I made sure there were a whole bunch of things that I said I had to do before I left.
Yeah. Well, they had the date, they had a packed meeting, so they had received something. but they had not posted the agenda, which has got the link to Zoom. And under the open meeting law, in my understanding, I had to pull the plug,
All right,
which didn't thrill at least one member of our committee. So, the minutes.
Yes, I have a question for the manager. It says in the minutes that, that you were hiring videographer Rob Barbarian to start the first week in September, and did he start? Did it
No,
happen?
he did not. That's
Okay.
part of my report.
Okay. Unfortunately.
So, does anyone have any questions or comments on the minutes from Monday, August the 14th?
it was, I guess, yes.
It looks good. I make a motion that we accept the minutes as presented.
I can't, I have to abstain, I was there.
True, in which case maybe I'd better say get seconded.
Yes.
All those in favour,
Aye.
Faith, me? That is a majority, which is all that's needed.
Good
They are
Yeah,
accepted.
to go.
So. keep dashing through this, managers. 2 monthly reports. Are you doing them separately or have you accumulated?
We'll just make it into one. I'll review the packet with the September financials on
Okay,
it.
thank you.
I went to do the financials. Oh, it's Joe Toll speaking. I went to do the financials and I found that, the Comcast payment and interest was put into August a little bit late, so that was added into the August column there. We have reached a milestone. We're 1,793,793. So,
So we're all millionaires.
Yeah.
so we're millionaires
Nice.
until we
Trust
get
me,
a studio.
As inflation is going up faster than this is,
Yeah,
we're holding our head above water, which is exactly what we need.
exactly. So that was the financials for. We haven't had any major spending as of yet. Although we do need a new laptop in the control room that manages presentations. It's old, the version of PowerPoint is old and it failed last week.
Oh dear.
So we're looking into that.
Okay, because you need for training videographers and everything else, you need it.
Yeah, we need it for when someone has a presentation. It started acting wonky last week. And we weren't able to get a presentation up, which was a problem. So. The program analysis, we're at 51% local programming.
That's very good.
Yeah. 49% other sources. And we had a lot of interesting additions this month. A couple of author talks, the Oktoberfest, Keating and the skate park. Pro Black, who is an artist, the Pro Black interview. He is an artist who is going to be in residence for a day at the high school for their Artists in Schools program through the Lunenburg Cultural Council. That was an interesting interview. And some historical society presentations and JZZZ concert. I guess I was typing fast, but that's supposed to be jazz concert.
I'm not seeing these. Is it in September's or in August's program analysis?
Program analysis.
Oh, maybe I'm missing.
That's August.
Yeah.
So it must be in this one. starting last month, we did football, and then we have 2 games coming up in October. The football went great last time, so
How many cameras?
2 cameras,
Okay,
yeah, I'm sorry. 3 cameras, 2 on the field, 1 up above,
yeah, okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. So we have a couple more coming up. Starting last month, I began pulling the town manager's manager report from the select board meeting, so people could watch just the town manager report if they wanted to.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I thought it would be worth a try to see how it went, and people are watching it. So, when I download the, Eric's gonna start doing it, I've done it for 3 weeks. But I take that segment directly from the meeting and, upload it on its own to YouTube.
With titles and such.
No, the only thing I put on there is dates and the titles at the beginning saying that what it is. Yeah, and then there's
But
a title.
it's
on
not,
YouTube.
it doesn't still say select board. It
No.
says, town managers report to the select board, date, whatever.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, so that's going really well,
Interesting.
yeah. We lost 2 videographer candidates, Rob Berberian, took on another job in the meantime while we were trying to get him hired. And I interviewed someone else at the beginning of September who was promising, but when we get back to him, he's had a change of mind, so, yeah.
This first one, is there anything we can or should do to try and make sure we have an expedited way of doing this? Because
No comment?
no, I was going to suggest, no.
No. That's-
Is there anything we could even try doing or not?
The way the municipal hiring process goes is, it's a typical hiring process like any other place. We need to get the references checked, and
We also have the personnel committee to go through. So.
if the person isn't starting at step 1 in the grade, if I want the person to start at step 5, then I
But if
have to
it's-
go and request that from the
Right,
personnel committee.
but if it's step 1, you bypass that?
Yes,
Interesting.
Would it have been maybe easier if you tell the person you're starting at step 1 so we can get you on the books, but then within a month we'll have that changed? Or you can't guarantee that?
well, you can. In theory, you can do that, I've never done that. But it's better off to start them in the right place
Yeah,
than to just
I
put them
agree.
in.
But if you needed to expedite,
Yeah, we need to expedite quicker, but in addition to the regular hiring processes, the person also has to get ratified by the Board of Selectmen.
right,
So that might be a week out, or it might be 2 weeks out if it's at the end of the month.
yeah,
And a lot can happen in 2 weeks, so. I've done everything I can to speed it up. It's really something that maybe HR can look at.
so you're gonna write a letter, or should we write a letter to HR just to let them know what happened and to ask for suggestions?
They're aware, yeah,
In writing, though. Everything in writing, my husband taught me, if you put something in writing, people have to respond in writing back. So anything you want or need, you always put in writing.
right. Well, we had a couple of incidences where, I shouldn't say incidents, a couple of situations where the HR went above and beyond to go quicker in the
Yeah.
process. And we still lost someone, so it's hard to say.
Yeah,
It's hard to say, and Julie's responded well to me. And my needs, so. I don't know if a letter is necessary,
okay.
we can just see from here on out how it goes.
Was it an issue of pay or number of hours or what did you?
Julie asked the last candidate, because Rob wasn't concerned about the pay or the,
Okay,
I was going to request a higher pay for him.
yeah,
But the other person who was gonna start at step one, Julie had contacted. And he just said he had another opportunity, and she said, well, it's only 2 to 10 hours a week, thinking maybe if he wanted to carry both jobs.
yeah,
And he said no. He said he wasn't interested,
okay.
so. I thought I sold it pretty well, but
Sounds like we're stuck and you're trying to work with Julie to do the best you can between.
Right.
Well,
Fair
there-
statement.
yes,
I think as a committee, maybe we can think about this and maybe make some recommendations for how the position can be structured so that it's more attractive to the people. I don't know if they feel like they wouldn't get enough hours, so they took a job that gave them more hours, or whether it was the pay scale or benefits. I mean, I think we need to know why we're not getting the candidates,
well, I never mentioned the pay scale to any of them,
okay?
not once, and not even what the starting rate would be, it didn't even get to that point,
They didn't ask?
they didn't ask.
Isn't it posted though?
It is
Oh,
posted with
okay.
the job description,
Oh, okay,
yeah, so maybe they took a look at that.
yeah,
They shouldn't be coming along unless they're okay with that.
yeah,
Right, and also, I did explain during the interview process with them that it's 2 to 10 hours. However, your first month, you're working a lot of nights in training at
Mhm.
town hall. So you're gonna get a lot of hours. And then hours can be increased after you're done with training through projects
yeah,
and assignments. So it wasn't, 2 hours is minimum, but most people go over 2 hours a week.
But part of the problem is because of the window after the interview
mm,
and making an offer, if they're actively looking for something, they may have found something in that window. I don't know if, any sense from any other Paccs, if there's a lot of them are 501c3s, which means they're not bound by the municipal guidelines.
No,
So that may be something we're stuck with and
yeah.
have to do the best we can to infuse them. That's not really a word.
Now, excuse me, where did the candidates come from? How did they hear about the job?
on Indeed,
On Indeed, okay, so
that's what they.
that's a good source then. Okay,
Okay,
Okay, the next thing is, which we can talk about candidates here as well. I did a PR campaign on Facebook through the end of October. Faith's seen them, just postings, making people aware, we're channel 8, 9 and 99. Some of them are watch these shows live, some of them are, they're all different things. But one thing I wanted to do was put up the job
yes,
openings.
I did see that.
Now, as far as the insights, which tell you how many people are looking at it, a lot of people are looking at it.
really?
Yeah, but I haven't heard anything yet. I need to check with Julie to see if she's gotten any resumes. I have not done that yet.
They may be looking at it because it's kind of small print. And I know I'm not sure. If it's one of the, I think I tried to, spread my fingers to make it bigger so I could read it. But I don't think I could, I'm not sure, but for some reason I was thinking anybody interested would really have to, dig in more.
If they want good eyesight, we only want.
And you did this through the end of,
October, I think through the 19th, but I can, I still plan on doing posts, but this was a deliberate 2 posts a day for a month.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
in that vein. I will say that every Sunday I look at the posting of the Lunenburg listings.
Oh, I forgot to put that in today, yeah,
Oh, I'm glad I reminded
I
you.
gotta do it first thing in the morning.
Fitchburg Sentinel is now posting a short list.
Yeah,
They
it's
did the
highlights,
face. Yeah, the highlights.
That's a physical newspaper,
Yeah, oh, I read it online. We had talked about this in June.
right?
yeah, I
And,
send it every Monday
She sends it in
or
and,
Tuesday.
or Tuesday.
or Tuesday.
I'll see if I don't know if I have a second.
Fitchburg Sentinel,
Yes.
Sentinel and
They do
Enterprise.
the Fitchburg cable, they do the Leominster cable, and then they squeezed in some room now for the Lunenburg cable.
Nice.
oh.
I told you guys that last
Yeah,
meeting.
you did.
I don't have it on this phone. I have it on my iPad. Read it.
It's fine with me.
It's on the Sunday, it's in the Sunday community page.
Okay,
I should try to make a note.
I mentioned this. I forget if I mentioned this already, but our production technician is working with the school IT on audio in the auditorium.
Good.
Yeah, there's a cable and a connector that need to be replaced that they're gonna replace. And then we have to test it out before November 14th. I think it's the 14th, yeah,
oh, the.
special town
Town
meeting.
hall.
Is there an event coming up? That is in the auditorium that we would like to make a video of?
Nothing that I can think of.
Okay, because we've used Smarter than a 6th, 7th or 8th grade, whichever it is.
Yeah,
Before to test everything out before the town meeting.
right.
No.
I don't think there is anything, but I can check and see.
But otherwise, we can get in and do a proper test of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mentioned earlier that we did 2 videos for the Lunenburg Cultural Council. One was an interview with Dr. Robin Chandler talking about artists in schools. And the second one was with the artist, an interview with the artist Pro Black, who is gonna be an artist in resident at the school coming up. We did a field trip to Medfield. Steve Walker, Paul Serapis, myself, and Eric Foster. We were looking at their Black Magic cameras.
Mhm.
That went well, but we are going to take a field trip again to 2 other access stations to review studio cameras before we make a decision on the right one to
Good idea.
get. And Brian from the ACE program will start working with us on October 16th, 1 day a week for 1 hour.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
I
still
don't-
working okay,
pardon?
still working okay,
Yeah,
it's not too much of an imposition,
no,
good,
1 hour is fine.
yeah.
We don't have a lot of little administrative things for him to do, but we can have him do videos for us.
Oh,
He's a good editor.
really?
Yes, he's
That's
a good editor.
encouraging.
Hmm?
That's encouraging. I
It
like to hear
is,
that.
it is. I want to get permission, even though I technically it's not over the budget, but I wanted to get a GoPro camera for him. and for us,
Mhm.
that we can use. Um,
Yeah,
and they're about $300.
$500.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to get an okay from the committee that, I don't know if I need a formal okay.
The thing you have to watch with them, and they may have improved since I bought mine. Is I'm not sure the battery is replaceable. So you have to charge it in the camera and there isn't another one. So you just have to manage that well. It may have improved a lot. Mine's probably 10 years old.
Mhm.
Mine doesn't even have a viewfinder on because the
Mhm.
wide angle lens is like 179 degrees. So just point in the general direction.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah. It wouldn't be
Sure.
bad to have it on.
Wouldn't
Sure.
hurt to
Available.
Have at least one of them around, so I guess getting one. Happens, but
I'll make a motion to approve a GoPro.
I second that motion.
any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And the last thing is that we're looking to find an audio expert / consultant to review our town hall needs. The speakers in there are not great. The microphones are not great. And under the ARPA proposal we made, we committed to improvements in the town hall. The lot of room.
Don't we have a resident
Not-
acoustic?
Well,
We
yes,
do.
but I do, that's. Specific equipment would be difficult for me. I run equipment,
Mhm.
there are people who do know the equipment.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Trying,
talk to a few, I haven't talked to them yet, but I'm gonna talk to a few nearby media centers, and I think I know someone who could point me in the right direction.
now you need someone who's up on all the latest equipment.
And it's got to be end to end.
Yeah, and it has to be the,
From the front face of the microphone to
to
the
the,
ear of the person
Right.
sitting in the room.
I run a lot of equipment,
Mhm.
I don't buy, I can set up equipment,
Yeah,
but I don't purchase equipment. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So that would be out of mine.
So that would be ARPA money.
that would be under the ARPA funding.
I
Awesome.
thought, I didn't know we got that.
We did,
Oh,
yep, they approved it probably about a month ago.
oh, since we didn't have a meeting
didn't
last
have a
month,
meeting.
I didn't know. That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, it's fantastic.
You have a notification over there. I don't know what that means.
No, that's been the.
Oh, that doesn't leave the screen.
Oh,
It's something wrong with the computer.
I think the electrician's tape won't fix.
Well, that's great.
Why not?
The calendar's in the packet if you want to take a look at how busy we've been.
Well, that's what I'm wondering if, oh, that's right, this is retroactive. I was thinking if you had a calendar for October,
It's on the very back.
yeah, you could
Yeah.
see.
Oh,
What programs are coming up that maybe you could test for the town,
Yeah, I
for
know.
the town meeting, because Steve had asked. It's-
Yeah, but this, unless it takes place in the auditorium.
Right, that's what I mean, in the auditorium, if there was anything the schools were
So I was
doing,
thinking more, if there was an event, we volunteer to video it
right,
without telling them we really want to do it. To
test,
it.
yeah, that's, I was thinking if there were, the school,
I'm trying to be
if they were doing a
creative.
concert, a fall concert or
Yeah.
something. What about the plays? that
They're
doing
usually in February.
in February? Okay.
Um,
Well, maybe they have an assembly with a special guest speaker.
They wouldn't invite us in to do a school assembly because they're recording students.
every
Oh.
student would have to have a signed parental waiver. She went
Really?
through this before,
yeah,
Oh,
many
okay,
years ago,
even if you didn't,
because a kid could turn around,
what's that? Yeah,
there's their face.
okay. Interesting,
yeah.
But we do the sixth grader thing.
That is a public event. Off hours,
Oh.
And it's not required,
and it's, yeah, it's not required if it's a public
Gotcha.
event,
and there's no educational leader saying you have to come to the assembly.
right?
It's a parent decision whether they go or not.
Gotcha.
really?
That's good to understand.
School assemblies?
During the day,
Yeah,
it's the teacher say, we're going to an assembly.
right, you have
That's
to
an
go,
authoritative figure in the school system
Yes.
saying you have to go.
right,
Where at night,
oh, okay,
The
it's
parent-
parents,
you know,
Okay.
I'd like to, I'm in it, no. You know, the parent can say no.
wow,
Does that, it's kind of the gist. of it.
That's in there, yeah,
okay,
Yeah.
interesting. Things have changed since I taught,
A lot of things.
yes,
As a sub at Wachusett, I am no longer allowed to do roll call with first names. I have to do only last names. Because there are students who are transitioning
oh, okay,
and legal records are one way and the student might be transitioning a different way.
Really?
okay,
So things have changed a lot.
they have,
They have changed a lot. And they're gonna continue to change. Some of them are good though.
yeah,
Some are good.
here's my. things.
Oh,
Some
good.
of
I
them
was
are,
gonna say.
some of them are repeated,
Yep, that's okay. I wrote notes down on each one you said.
great,
Sometimes I fill it out. Sometimes I don't.
Okay, anything else, Joe?
that's it for me.
Sound
thank
good?
you.
I appreciate what you're
Nice
doing.
job.
You're
We
welcome.
can,
$1 million.
we should deal with that additional computer.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to
We
you
can
about
do
that,
that
yeah,
offline. My concern for that one is, A, that I fully understand what we use it for. And secondly, to test it with as much stuff as we can find, because anybody coming in to the town hall for a meeting, we have no idea what program they've been using and what media they bring it in on. So we need to be as flexible as we can. So what I put together for you, I think, does a good job of covering,
okay.
unless someone has something else.
Could we find something under $1,000? Is there anything,
Is there a reason for that?
my PO is for 1,000, but I can
No,
always,
that's all I was,
increase the PO.
I'll have another look. One thing I was concerned about was typically I would put a low performance computer in the town hall. Because of what it's doing, like the one we replaced the web server on
Yes,
the browser on the casters.
right,
Only needs to be able to run a browser, whoopsie-do.
right,
This has to run the latest version of PowerPoint that somebody brought in with all the bells and whistles, because that's what they chose to do. So a different set of rules. I'm not sure backing off will do much. I think I can get it under 1,000 if we reduce either the memory or the SSD disk size. I know that was written, SS disk size.
Okay.
I'll do that. You're gonna smack me on the head.
I was thinking about it.
isn't it solid state?
Yeah, but SSD, it's like ABS braking system.
Oh.
AB braking system, braking system.
Yeah.
We do it all the time, so. We could, I know I can get to 999, we don't pay taxes, right?
No,
Free shipping,
hopefully, yeah,
but if we do that, we have 2 adapters we need. By the way, I found a third one that does all of it in one.
oh, terrific,
It does thumb drives, it does SD cards, it does micro SD cards, and gives you the Ethernet connection that's missing off all our computers nowadays. Why? Because the computers are only this thick and you can't put Ethernet.
Right.
and what is the input, a USB-C?
That's USB-A comes out of that, but there are 2 on there. So there's one for the mouse, one for this. So it's also a USB-A hub, so you get 3 more outlets.
Yeah.
When you plug it in.
Yeah.
So it's $32, but it popped up because Amazon watches everything I do.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do.
Sends me things,
Yeah, they do.
just to make sure the wife doesn't.
Now,
steal it.
the, Apple is changing over their lightning connectors
Yeah,
to the
C.
European, to the C.
Yeah,
Does it have to have a lightning, no? A lightning connector?
we wouldn't
It's
be
a,
offering a lightning.
it's an HP.
It's an
Oh,
HP.
okay. Okay, I'm
So
just,
really, we're
I wanted
talking
to make
about,
sure we had the new, whatever
Yeah.
Apple is doing lately.
it's Windows 11.
Okay.
It's not the Home S, although I have found a place where it only takes you 3 steps to turn it off, so it can be turned off. But this is a business level Windows 11. The concern, as I said, is whoever wanders in the door with a strange object in their hand and says, "This is my presentation," that we can manage it and manage it well. So
When this is a select board or any meeting,
any meeting in the town hall.
most of your issues have been with just select board meetings or with the financial board or the planning board?
Well, we haven't had a lot of issues. This is something new that's come up that started to fail.
My point was, I'm just gonna save a little time, is there any way that these organizations, when they're bringing in, you need to have it as on a flash drive or
Or
a,
tell them,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
What
could
mode?
come up with a sheet of paper somewhere that says.
these
can
are the,
manage
we can
all of
manage these.
these.
I'm just saying, if we tell them these are the things we can manage, and they come up with something, yeah, my brother-in-law made this up.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
that's a good idea, like,
you know what I mean,
Yeah.
whether we have it posted somewhere, but. It's town hall meetings, whatever town hall, so that might be something to,
so if they show up with a roll of punch paper tape and we can't handle it, we think.
but does that make sense? So whatever adapter he's buying, whatever input,
Well, it's not.
they will at least have an
it's-
idea.
It's twofold. It's the physical
Yes, and then
and
the
the software as well, so we need to do software.
But then you could say, we would take USB, this and
Right.
this, and we are running PowerPoint 3.9, whatever
Yeah.
the number is these
Right.
days.
Well, the issue that happened, was, to be specific, was with the cemetery commission.
Okay.
The chairperson, chooses not to use Microsoft products. So she used, a PDF presentation. I'm not familiar with running a PDF presentation. I did it once a long time ago, but the
Yeah.
system did it itself.
Okay.
But there was
We
some
may-
steps that
right.
needed to be done to be able to do a PDF PowerPoint.
But that's what this new one should manage properly.
I see, I didn't understand, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I would say that we do have to tell people, look, this is
what formats.
what we have.
That's a good idea to have.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, in a year,
Yeah,
you never know
What's
what's gonna
coming
come
up.
out.
Yeah.
Right,
We'll be buying a new computer every year just to.
yeah,
Well, when we
Or
get
updating
the
software.
computer and when we know the capabilities and all the available ports and all that, we can have an email sent out to board and committee chair
Yeah.
people.
but also to be available somewhere. And maybe just on our website,
yeah,
because if somebody's coming in as a speaker, so it's a member of the public.
Right.
With a presentation, they have to have access to it, so
I
we can
guess,
do this.
I thought PDF was just something that you can't edit or anything.
Oh, you can.
It's
Not
a
anymore.
format, not anymore,
It's changed,
okay,
it's changed.
I got a writable PDF the other day.
Yeah, well, you
can write on it.
90% of the time you
I was
can't
just
edit a
wondering-
PDF
Yeah.
unless
Just
someone
wondering if
gives you an
it's not-
editable one,
right,
Okay, I know what you mean.
yeah.
okay,
They lock it.
Originally, it was
lock
say you couldn't edit it.
yeah,
Now you not only edit it, you can convert it into Word or
oh,
RTF or anything else
Right.
you want.
wow,
So it defeated its original object, but I pay, I think, $1.50 a month for a converter that does all sorts of stuff with PDF.
Hmm. Interesting.
So we're all good with all of this?
Yes.
You good, Joe? Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome.
Excellent.
Enterprise fund investment status, I sent an email to M&M. Maureen, what's the name? The treasurer,
Miley,
Mylene,
I'm sorry, yes, Mylene.
Asking, she gets a quarterly report from Bartholomew. The quarter was up on Friday. So they are doing calendar quarters. She said if she got it by the close of business today, she would get it to me, which was nice of her. Because I told her we had the meeting. So unfortunately, we will potentially be running a month in arrears in terms of us being informed. So what I will do, if I get it, I will email it to the committee and to Joe, but not for comment. If there is any issue you see with it, just send something to me. So when I get it, I will send it out. But rates are going up again.
Yes, they are.
10-year rate was 5.7 today.
Yes.
Good.
Everything
That's
should be
not
fresh.
much up. So that's the enterprise fund investment status. The next meeting is at 6 o'clock on November the 6th. That's the day after Guy Fawkes Night, which I'm sure we'll all be doing.
You know, I was just gonna say, hopefully the town hall is still standing.
Yes, right.
Right, because the subway underneath,
Check for
not that you know about the
Knuckles
subway,
and
but.
gunpowder under that, and see if some guy is under that.
There's some guy.
Sorry.
No, that was good, that was good, that was good.
Hey, if we can't have fun with this stuff, why bother?
No,
That's right.
So, what?
I said, that's right.
Okay. And it's meeting here and will be duly posted, at which point, as you are both here, I will entertain the motion.
Motion to adjourn?
Second, you don't need a
No
second, I
discussion.
know.
Yes, you do.
You
Oh,
do.
you do.
That was changed.
There's just no discussion.
Okay.
We were advised we didn't need a second for it, but no discussion. All
Oh.
those in favor, let's get the hell out of here. Are you in favor as well?
Uh,
It's already a majority.